Hi, friends. So, today we are going to talk briefly about tennis in 2025. So, it's 5 years from now. What would be the state of tennis? Can anyone predict? Let's try. Okay. So, given the present situation, I think Federer is going to play for one more year, and Nadal is going to play for like couple of more years, just to get ahead of Federer in the number of Grand Slams. And I think the most probable player to overtake both of Nadal and Federer looks like Djokovic, and he's going to play for another 3 to 4 years if he stays fit. And I think he is going to have the most number of Grand Slams. I am predicting it can be something around 22, 23, and but by 2025, I think all three of those players would have retired, and tennis would be in the hands of the new generation. And let us try to analyze what the new generation is, and which player has the maximum chances. So for that, we need to look at the present data that we have, the present performances of the players in the toughest situations, and on the variety of courts that we have. So we see that Dominic Thiem has been the most probable player to win a Grand Slam because he has been in the finals a lot of times now, and he's playing really well, and he's playing well on all surfaces. Actually, he has performed well in US Open, performed well at the Australian Open this year, and also in the French. Everybody knows he has been in the finals twice or thrice, and he has given a good fight against Nadal. So I think he's the most probable player to win French Opens and carry on the trend that Nadal has set. But of course, it's impossible to achieve as much as Nadal has. But I think Thiem will be moving forward, taking forward the reign at the French Open. And then we have some good players like Tsitsipas is there. We also have Medvedev, and also we have Alexander Zverev. So I think these are the probable players who would win the tennis by 2025. And I think the most important thing for me would be the mental aspect, because all these players are highly talented and they play really well on specific surfaces. But most of them play well on both clay and hard court. So Tsitsipas is a very good player on both the surfaces, and Thiem plus the fact that we don't have, or we would not have, any player of the caliber of Roger Federer, so we won't be able to witness such competition maybe. But tennis would still be, in good hands, and as we say, game is bigger than any of the players. So tennis will proceed, and I think there will be new players. But dominance wise, I think Thiem would dominate on the French Open, and Zverev, if he gets his second serve right, he is a very consistent, and Medvedev will be playing really well on slower hard courts, I would say, and they would be, fancying their chances in those Grand Slams like in the Australian Open or in the US Open. And Wimbledon, I think Tsitsipas is a good player who can, really dominate at the Wimbledon, and Kyrgios is another good player who can win Wimbledon actually. As for Medvedev and the other players, I think Wimbledon will always favor big servers and aggressive. Some new players who can opt to come forward to the net a lot of times, then they would thrive at Wimbledon. Given that however good Medvedev can defend, I think on Wimbledon it will be highly important that the players be aggressive, and I think that's where players like Alexander Zverev or maybe players like Tsitsipas will really do well because they are aggressive. They can come to the net, they can hit the volley, and I think they are going to be the ones who will dominate. But definitely we will never be able to witness the competition that we have seen, in the likes of Roger Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic, because these are these have been the base of the tennis for like the last 50 to 20 years. So I think it's very, very difficult, and it will be leaving a big, big hole, for even for the tennis viewers, and because most of the players and most of the tennis fans who are not the good matches, they always look for the matches where Federer, Nadal, or Djokovic are playing. So they start watching the matches from quarterfinals onwards, right? So I think that is something that the players will now miss. So nobody would, be able to see the news like Nadal lost before the final, or Federer lost in the quarter final, or maybe Djokovic lost earlier in some earlier rounds, or maybe the semi-final. So this won't be the sort of news that people would be looking at. And whoever wins the Grand Slam, I think the most positive thing that would happen would be that it will be everybody's Grand Slam to win. So we might see a different Grand Slam champion in each Grand Slam. So that is a very good thing. And so people who genuinely love tennis would enjoy, watching the competition, a lot of competition, and the unpredictability that would help to grow some more viewers. But everybody knows, like, if you want to if you are given a choice to watch Federer or Nadal or Djokovic perform to their best, and otherwise you are given a choice to watch a really competitive match, I think still most of us would like to watch Nadal, Federer, and Djokovic, because these have been the players who perform to their best and who are such talents that just witnessing these players perform their best, even if it is a one-sided match, it's great joy to watch. So I think that's going to be missed, but I think tennis will still go on, and of course there will be viewers, and we might, we never know. So that, I think, would be the state of tennis in 2025. And I think Djokovic is going to be the player who will end up winning most of the Grand Slams. And I think Nadal will be on second, and Federer will be on third. So that's what my prediction is. Thanks for watching.